In The Art of War, Sun Tzu says, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. So I decided to do some investigative journalism. I discovered a forum post from September.
He's been studying Sun Tzu. Now I understand the memes. Oh my god. Hello, YouTube and all my aliens out there. Welcome back to the channel. Now today, we are going to be reacting to Skyblock, the Great Potato War. Now this was recommended to me so many times after I reacted to Technoblade for the very first time. If you haven't seen that video, you can go ahead and click this button right here. Go ahead and tap that. That video was amazing. It was crazy watching his skills for the very first time in the Minecraft Championship. I know y'all have been hyped for this. I did hold a very quick poll and this got the most votes by far. If you enjoy me reacting to Technoblade and you want to see more, hit that like button and subscribe today. Join the natealiens. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Technoblade, where have you been all this time? Well, you see, I've been farming potatoes in Skyblock. That wasn't a joke. It all started months ago. I just got in a set of superior armor and wanted hot potato books to upgrade it. I could have just bought some from the auction like a normal person, but if Hypixel has taught me anything, it's that if you have a problem, the answer is slavery. So I had 20 potato minions with 20 enchanted lava buckets, 20 super compactors, 20 diamond spread-ins, because it's just free money. Get this upgrade. And with this setup...
That is something that nobody wants to talk about, but the economics behind it, okay? It's evil. But the economics behind it, you can't ignore from a mathematical standpoint.
I was making about 242,000 potatoes per day. At this point, I had enough potatoes for my armor. I could have stopped. I could have put an end to this, but I thought, no. No, what if I went even further? You can check your rank in each individual collection, and I was already top 50 in potatoes.
Wow.
I decided at that moment that I was going to be the #1 potato farmer in Skyblock. How hard could it be? First, I needed to get more minion slots. Now, I already spent a lot of time getting to 20 minion slots because I believe minions are important. I mean, they work 24/7, gathering resources even if you never bother to log in, and as such represent the only way to achieve the dream that all Skyblock players share, which is to not have to play anymore.
Yeah, I was just about to say... I was literally just about to say, the dream is to AFK farm. The dream is always to just be able to AFK and be able to get all your benefits.
Fortunately, each minion slot requires exponentially more resources than the last, so I did what any self-respecting Skyblock player would do, and sat in the shop menu buying ice for 30 minutes. I'm having fun.
I mean, it is.
I dropped out of college for this. And after spending many hours and 15 million coins, I finally unlocked the 22nd minion slot. At this point, I thought I had first place in the bag. I mean, there's only a couple of solo players that have 23 minion slots, and I figured if anyone went to that much trouble to get more minion slots, they'd probably spend it on a minion that actually makes money, like clay minions. But I thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna go even more overkill, alright? I'm gonna upgrade my level 7 potato minions to level 9. Now you might be thinking to yourself, oh, Technoblade, isn't that obvious? Isn't it just more potatoes? Why wouldn't you do that immediately? No, it's not, alright? Upgrading past level 7 on minions never makes sense. You're never getting that money back because upgrading cost over 100,000 potatoes just to get to potato 9. That'll take over 2 months to get that money back, over 8 months for level 11. It's just a bad idea. Oh, but Technoblade, isn't that just a long-term investment? No, it's not. Remember cactus farms? Remember how they were great for like 5 days and then the admins obliterated them in an update? Yeah. You really think your dreams are going to go that long without getting crushed by the admins? No, you're never seeing that money again. I'm sorry, it's gone. But I wasn't farming potatoes for profit. I was farming them for honor, for glory. So I started upgrading them.
This is really taking me back. It's taking me back to my Diablo 3 auction house days, when I was playing that game thinking I was going to make money off selling boots. But at the time, it was really just a lot of no-lifing, camping the auction house so that you can be one of the last people to bid and just waiting for the right opportunity to strike.
Level 9. My last hidden weapon was the farming crystal, which increases the speed of nearby farming minions by 10%. I could only fit 12 minions in that radius, but I thought, you know what? Whatever. I'll just make a second farm crystal. Here we go! Oh, okay. No, I'm glad Skyblock tells you that after you make a second crystal. I mean, it's not like you could just tell me that after I make the first crystal. Whatever. It's not a total waste of money. At least I can auction. Thank you, Hypixel. If I wanted to fit all my minions in that 8-block radius, I'd have to think in the 3rd dimension. And And so, after restructuring my farm, the potato pyramid was complete, yielding 309,000 potatoes per day. But as an ex-English major, I decided that math wasn't enough to defeat my enemies. I needed to consult the classics. In The Art of War, Sun Tzu says, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. So I decided to do some investigative journalism. I discovered a forum post from September.
He's been studying Sun Tzu. Now I understand the memes. Oh my god. He is really taking this seriously.
User named I'm a Squid Kid bragged about being ranked #1 in potatoes. By stalking his profile, I found another post weeks later in which he suggested he was now around 7 million potatoes. By putting these two data values on a grid, I could calculate the slope to estimate his average daily potato yield. It wasn't perfect, but it was the best method I could think of to estimate how strong his potato farm was. I mean, it's not like I could just go to his island and look at it. Wait, that worked? But what I found shocked me to my very core. No, this can't be. This man made 8 potato 11 minions, and then he painted the Mona Lisa. It was in this moment that I wasn't a potato madman, but a potato supervillain. At this point, I fell into despair. All sense of rationality, even the slightest.
My mind is both blown and I'm laughing at the same time. My mind is actually blown at how much time and dedication is put into this game. Like, it's actually incredible. Wow.
Of making his money back. This man had thrown them all away to farm potatoes. I had 2 more minion slots than him, but his minions were so high level that he was still making more potatoes than me at 310,000 potatoes per day. But I wasn't even worried about his potato farm. I mean, I still had some minions to upgrade. I was confident I could make a stronger farm. I was worried about his head start. The month I spent farming the Pigman sword, he'd already been farming potatoes. According to my calculations, he was already 7.5 million potatoes ahead of me. Even if all my minions magically became level 11 at that very moment, it would take 107 days to catch up. I can't go that long without uploading. My fans will murder me. So was that it? Was my quest to become the #1 potato farmer in Skyblock destined to end in failure?
Clearly not.
No, I refused. The sunk cost fallacy wouldn't allow it. If I wanted to defeat a man that had descended into potato madness, I would have to take his insanity and triple it. It was this man who spoke words that had never been uttered in the history of Skyblock. I should get minion expanders. Minion expanders have long been known as the most useless item in Skyblock. So you know how all minions have this like 5x5 area in which they work? They don't actually need this area. They could work with 1 block just as fine, because all they do is break a block and then they place it right back. They don't need options. So what the minion expander does is it turns that 5x5 area into a 7x7 area. Why? Why would the minion need more options so it doesn't get bored? But with the Slayer update, they added a hidden attribute to minion expanders, which buff minion speed by 5%, which is still garbage. Diamond spreading gives like 5 times the value, and I didn't have enough space to put both of them in my minions. But unfortunately, diamond spreading only gives diamonds. If I wanted to become #1, I'd have to sacrifice all that free money for 5% more potatoes. With the minion expanders taking up so much extra space, the potato pyramid was no longer enough to fit all my minions within the farming crystal's radius. So I built the Potato Dome! Boasting 5 floors, the Potato Dome could fit all 22 expanded minions.
Wow.
After I'd finished upgrading the rest of them to level 9, the Potato Dome could now produce 337,000 potatoes per day. At this point, the Potato Dome was the most powerful potato farm in Skyblock. I was ranked 20 on the leaderboards and rising fast, and yet I knew, in my heart, that it wasn't enough. It wasn't even close. But what more could I do? Farm potatoes by hand? I actually did for like an hour. It made a tiny dent. Sure, it would have worked eventually, but come on, is mindlessly repeating the same task for hundreds of hours really what Skyblock's all about? Okay, yeah, pretty much, but I wasn't about to do that, man. When I said 100 hours, I was not kidding. And yet, as time went on, it began to seem like that was truly the only way. The opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself. Sun Tzu. I'd done it. I discovered a critical flaw with Squid Kid's potato farm. His minions were too close together. Now, with any other kind of minion, that that wouldn't have mattered at all, but potato minions are unique. When they're too close together, they'll start trying to plant in spots the other minions already planted and get stuck in an infinite loop, dragging down the overall farm's potato output by as much as 90%. The reason he hadn't noticed this and was still first place in potatoes is because this only happens when someone is online and on the island, because otherwise skyblock just runs a calculation to guess how many resources your minions would have made while you were offline. Anyways, he left the door to his AFK machine open, so I left my alt in there. Welcome to the world.
That's sabotage!
Alright, I got a Jerry here. I got a Jerry there. There's actually 2 Jerrys in there. I have video evidence, okay? Look at this. He's multiplying. He's undergoing mitosis. But that's not all. The other day I was just minding my business and then... Why is he there? I knew I couldn't rely just on sabotage to get first place, because who knows if there's other people out there just like Squid Kid throwing away everything just to farm more potatoes. So I decided to look into alternate fuel sources for my minions. I mean, enchanted lava buckets are already the most efficient permanent fuel source in the game, but what about temporary fuel sources? So I got a bunch of hamster wheels, which give twice as much of a boost, 50%, but for only a day. And I threw like 100 of them into the potato dome, and it started making 450,000 potatoes per day. And so the days went by. Every day I'd log in and AFK on Squid Kid's island with my alt while my minions burned through hamster wheels, bringing me into the potato top 10. I was finally making good progress, until one day when I went to AFK on his island again. Oh god, he's online. What do you want? Why do you keep doing this? I just wanted to check on the Last Supper, man. You AFK'd on my island for 12 hours! It was a good painting! I figured Squid Kid would find it a little bit suspicious if the same guy was AFK at his island every day, so I got a second account. And then I left them both in there. Be extremely subtle, even to the point of formlessness. What? Why? Why are you guys here? I've been buying some enchanted baked potatoes from the auction house. It's not the most efficient use of my money, but look, I need potato 11 minions if I want to catch up as quickly as possible. We can't only have 2. It's not enough. Well, I mean it is enough, but I want to upload within the next year. But the problem with the auction house is that it's filled with crazy people. Look at this guy. He's bidding 3.9 mil for 26. You think that's bad? 11 million. I could see someone bidding 7 million on a stack of enchanted baked potatoes. 8 million. I could understand that. 11 million. Deranged psychopath. There's no justification. Send this man to prison. After a couple days of minion farming and buying enchanted baked potatoes, we have 102, which in regular potatoes is over 2.6 million, and we can only make 4 maxed potato minions with it. That's all we can make. That's how expensive maxed potato minions are. They're so good, but it doesn't matter because they cost so much. It's never going to pay off. They're all gone. Whatever. It's
that
for the
work.
leaderboards. I had to sell everything so that I could invest it in potatoes, man. I had to sell my young dragon armor, my rare cake collection, massively overinflated Halloween items. I had to mortgage my house. It's crazy out there. I actually did pretty well during the Halloween events, which allowed me to raise a lot of money. But I'm just saying, look at this spooky pile, right? Limited edition item with my name and pig rank stamped on them. Could you imagine how much money I would make if I put this on the auction? I would make Dan TDM's 15 mil water bottle look like tap water. He left a sign for me, whitelisted. What do you want from me? I'm just ruining Squid Kid's whole life. He's traumatized. He's just living in fear. Why are they here? Why do they keep showing up? But after a few days, I ran out of hamster wheels, and I had to resort to my final weapon. The catalyst. The catalyst is the strongest fuel source in the game, tripling your minion output, but they only last for 3 hours. Fortunately, I had a couple. With the power of catalyst, my potato output skyrocketed, and I put that all back into leveling up my minions. And in a matter of days, I had 22 potato 11 minions producing 893,000 potatoes per day. I don't make hot potatoes.
Oh my god! Wow!
Potato books. I make hot potato libraries. Originally, I thought I'd have to go bankrupt buying catalysts if I wanted to catch up to Squid Kid, but I actually discovered that catalysts are amazing. I can buy the materials to make one for like 10,000 coins on the auction, and then each of them makes 14,000 coins in potatoes. This is a miracle. It's free money. So every day I sold hot potato books, and then I bought more crystals, and then I sold more hot potato books, and then I bought more crystals. And that's the story of how I made infinite money. Well, not really, because you can only use so many per day, but I made a lot, and now I was ranked 3 in potatoes. I did some more investigative journalism and found the guy ranked number 2 in potatoes. I'm gonna give you guys 3 guesses as to who left a funny rating on his post. Squid Kid! I was right on his tail, but I decided to visit his island to see just how strong his potato farm was. Oh, this is a joke. This is pathetic. Only 18 minion slots. This is just sad. I've seen Irish famines with more potatoes than this farm. You might get away with this farm in some garbage vegetable like carrots, but potatoes? How dare you? Oh my god, this crystal. This crystal, it only covers 5 of these minions. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. Against a farm like that, I easily took rank number 2. It seemed like I was only 1 step away from my potato dreams, and yet Squid Kid had been so dominant on the potato leaderboards that he was still 3 million potatoes ahead. But with Catalyst, such a lead could be destroyed in a matter of days. Still, to be safe, I kept AFKing on his island, until one day. I checked my alt's window for a moment, and the island was full. 2 guys I'd never heard of before had called the police on Squid Kid and brought a helper to investigate him.
Whoa!
The police. Whitelisted. Are you Squid Kid's alt? No, I just AFK here a lot. As a hobby. I'm so suspicious. He doesn't believe me at all. I'm getting banned. They'd been investigating while Squid Kid was offline. I met him later that day and decided to warn him. Squid, I know we've had our differences, but the police are after you, man.
Yo!
I saw a helper, Squid. There were 2 dudes, Squid. They came to your island with the helper.
There's no way I could have saw this coming. Like, the way that things are kind of panning out now. Now, at this point, he's actually helping Squid Kid.
I don't know why. I need names. Okay, let me get my screenshots. You gotta be careful, man. The snitches be everywhere. Anyways, I'm gonna go AFK now.
I just have to talk like that.
Natural. Just and I'm gone. It seemed strange to be helping my number 1 enemy, but his sheer dedication to farming potatoes had earned my respect. I had to give him help, from one potato brother to another. Also, I'm deeply scared of him. Did you see what he said when I told him the names? Names noted. That is serial killer talk. We ain't gonna be hearing from those 2 guys ever again. I kept farming potatoes, and in a matter of days, Squid Kid's lead was almost completely destroyed. And yet Squid Kid himself had no idea. He even put a billboard on his island, number 1 in potatoes. But why would he suspect? Just a few days ago, he'd seen proof on the forums that he was millions in the lead. The poor fool had no idea what was coming. Has it updated? It hasn't updated. Alright, I'm going to the hub. Has it updated? Ah! Yes! Number 1 in potatoes! To celebrate, I took my 2 alts and my main account, and then I AFK'd on all 3 of them! I think at this point Squid Kid knew that the alts were mine, but he was so confused. Why had Technoblade been AFKing on his island for weeks? He was so confused that he didn't even realize that his potato leaderboard spot had already been taken. So I went to confront him myself one final time.
Wow.
What do you want? Why are you doing this? Your potato rank 1 spot is now mine. He's checking. He's checking.
Wow. And he's rubbing it in his face, too.
For years, my machinations lay undetected.
Lol.
This is all I have. Squid, I found a problem with your island. A critical flaw. Get over here. Over here! Squid, get over here. This sign, it has the wrong number.
Wow.
Pretty bad bad week for Squid Kid overall, I'd say. First he got arrested, and then I cyberbullied him, but it had to be done. And let me just say, there is no chance of him catching up. I even got 23 minion slots just to bury any hope he had. This spot is mine, and that's the story of how I became #1 on the potato leaderboards, and we lived happily ever after. All the loose ends finally tied together. Well, except for one thing. Oh god, there's another one. There's another Jerry, and he's staring right at me. There's another one. There's a Jerry in the water. No. There's another one out there. I don't understand. What do you want? What do you want? There's another Jerry on the bridge. They've got me surrounded. I don't understand.
That ended in the most weird way possible, and it definitely made me want to watch the sequel to this, Potato War 2. Why were there so many Jerrys? Why were so many people watching him at the end? What happens next? Does Squid Kid get his revenge? So many questions I need the answers to now. Y'all let me know what you think about this video in the comments section below, and recommend other Technoblade videos you would love to see me react to on the channel. This one was insane. This entire video was very, very odd, but also very well put together. You can tell a lot of time was put into it. A lot of effort was put into it. Thank you very much for 30,000 natealyns. I love you all. I will see everyone in the next video. Peace.